Hello, my name is Albena Deutscheva. I'm Associate Professor at the University of Architectural Civil Engineering and Geodesy, Sofia. I will speak about shear force in a beam-column connection from a linear distributed load occupying various possible positions on a cantilever beam. The paper has a few elements: introduction, method, the result, and discussion conclusion. In 1967, Hanson and Connor give the first quantitative definition of shear force. This is the horizontal force transferred at the mid-height of a horizontal section on a beam connection. This force is made from a few forces on a reinforcement bar, tension force on reinforcement bar, compressive force on a reinforcement bar, and compressive force on a concrete. There is one more force. This is the shear force in a column. Because it's not very easy to find these forces, the researcher decided that it is possible to adopt equation about tension forces like moment on the column face divided by distance between bottom and top reinforcement. But that is mean that these two forces T and T prime are equal. In Eurocode, we can find the shear force like a force which is possible to make on a function of area of reinforcement bar which cross the beam column connection and L strength on the reinforcement. Now we made math model about column. A cantilever beam is considered. The beam is statically indeterminate, prismatic and symmetric. The beam is under the condition of special bending with tension compression, and Bernoulli-Euler hypothesis is considered. We decide the horizontal support reaction H2 and H3 on the level of reinforcement bar, and H1, this is the force to modulate the concrete between beam and column. The position of H1 is changed. As a consequence of the linear deformation in the cantilever beam, a normal axis force N occurs, which is introduced at the free end. For stiffness, for tensile compressive stiffness of composite beam, we use the tensile and compressive stiffness of the reinforcement bar and the concrete. About bending stiffness, we can say the same. The bending stiffness of composite section is made from bending stiffness of the reinforcement bars and of the concrete cross section. For support reaction, we use a solution is based on Menabrea theorem about statically indeterminate system in first order theory. The potential energy of deformation and special bending combined with tension, compression, and with the effect of linear spring taken into account will be the next equation. To find our three unknown, we need of derivation of potential energy of deformation. For support reaction, there are three equations: equilibrium of static. They give us vertical support reaction A, the magnitude of N, and using the moment from point 4, this is the point on axis of beam, we can find equation of, for example, H2 like a function of H1 and H3. After that, we write the bending moments of 3 parts of beam, and using the potential energy of deformation, we made solution using the symbolic environment of MATLAB. And finally, we have the formulas of horizontal support reaction H1 and H2 and H3 on the level of reinforcement bar. If we neglect the normal force in the strain potential energy expression, the support reaction becomes the next 3 equations. Result and discussion. For the numerical result, a beam with a cross-section 25 to 25 was introduced. The length of beam is 200 centimeters. The intensity of load is 0.85 kilonewton centimeters. The length of our linear distributed load is about 0.65 centimeters. That means the maximum G is about 135 centimeters, and to give the different position of load, we change the distance G. G is in the interval 0 to 135 centimeters. We use 3 cases for a result. In the first case, we use 4 reinforcement bar for top reinforcement and 4 reinforcement bar for bottom reinforcement, and we use normal concrete. On a case 2, we have height strength concrete with the same numbers of reinforcement bar, and in the case 3, we have normal concrete with 5 reinforcement bar for top and 5 reinforcement bar for bottom position of reinforcement. H1 moved along the height of the beam. Position of H1 it is possible to find on the interval H divided by 2 to 0, and it is possible to see position about a ratio H divided by B. This ratio change in the interval 2 to infinity. On a case 1, we have 2 graphs. In the first, position of load is close to the face of the column. J is equal to 0 centimeters. It is interesting that in this position, H3 is bigger than H2. Usually, it is not actually exact position. Usually, H3 is smaller than H2, and that is possible to see on the second graph, where J is equal to 135 centimeters. We can see that H1 is bigger when crack grow, and H2 and H3 decrease. On a case 2, when we have high strength concrete, H1 is bigger and H2 and H3 a little bit small than in case 1. And changing the parameter of tree support reaction with crack grow and load moving on a case 3. Again, H1 is smaller than case 2 where we have high strength concrete, and H2 and H3 bigger because we have 5 reinforcement bar for a top and bottom position. How H1 change? It is possible to see on the next graph, changing the parameter of the support reaction weight H1 with crack grow and load move. On case 2, we have the bigger H1, and that is position when load is close to the free end of a beam. On the next slide, it is possible to see changing the parameter of the support reaction H2 with crack grow and load moving. The bigger magnitude of H2 is when we have the more count of reinforcement bar. And how changing the parameter of the support reaction H3 is possible to find on the next slide. Again, the bigger H3 is when we have the more reinforcement bars. Finally, how to find shear force. Now we have the equation of H1, H2 and H3, and it is possible to find exact magnitude of shear force. We will compare this result with the magnitude of shear force in the literature and the shear force on the Eurocode. In the first red continuous line, this is the shear force calculated by Eurocode. Blue hidden line is shear force calculated by equation on the literature. And third, the magenta continuous line, this is our shear force. We can see how shear force changed when crack grow. And we can compare the result of our exact equation and result of literature and Eurocode. The bigger magnitude of shear force on this information of data we have when we use the high strength concrete on case 2. Comparison of shear force determined by the tree method. It is possible to see in the table. The bigger difference is when we use high strength concrete in a comparison with the equation of literature and with comparison of shear force in the Eurocode. Conclusion. A solution has been developed for a cantilever beam with a special arrangement of supports. The beam is loaded with linear distributed load, occupying various possible positions. The expression obtained for a reaction of the horizontal support give results that clearly show the distribution of forces along the height of the beam. They take into account the influence of both the geometry of the beam and the material properties of all its components. This allows us to trace the change in the forces entering the beam-column connection with different combination of data for the included quantities. The formulas are derived for the limit stage and allow us to determine the distribution of forces before and after the appearance of a crack between the beam and the column. The results show that the proposed exact method gives results that differ from the accepted one in the literature by 2.25% to 10.69%. The difference between the new exact method and the Eurocode varies from minus 14.88% to 16%, based only on the largest value of the shear force determined by the exact method. The Eurocode determines the force that the intended reinforcement can withstand, while the new formulas show how large the actual forces are as a result of real load and a chosen combination of material properties taking into account the participation of the concrete cross-section. Thank you for your attention.